How can financial professionals or care planners approach these conversations with someone who is recently widowed without being overwhelming or even tone deaf?
I think leading with empathy is the key. I mean, everything is about putting yourself in their shoes. If you can think through that, particularly for those that don't have a lot of experience with these conversations or with these folks, leading with empathy, not urgency, right? Things will get done.
Yeah.
You'll overwhelm a new widow or widower if everything is urgent. We've talked about this already. So acknowledging their loss, letting them reschedule a meeting if necessary, letting them bring someone with them. We talked about widow fog and brain fog. One way around that to get some things done is to bring an engaged family member or someone who is an advocate, a supporter of the person, someone that they trust. And we talked about just listening more than talking. I think is really important in the beginning. So being empathetic, of course, but also being a good listener and, using their spouse's name, getting comfortable with their situation. And that's uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. I think the other thing that's important is just working at their pace. What do they need help with? Break it into small chunks. And if you're a professional, providing written summaries. I talked about the widow fog, creating forgetfulness.
Right.
Keeping a journal, writing things down, tackling, just a little bit each day. And again, some are financially savvy. Some have been taking care of their finances at home, but others are brand new to it. So, where do they need help? One of the first things we do at Wings for Widows is we talk to them about what we call their hot topics. And these are those concerns, keeping them literally awake at night. What are they wrestling with that we can try to help solve right away, or at least put their fears at rest? Because most of this is fear driven because they don't know. And so if we can address some of those hot topics, that's a big win right up front. And some of that stress that I was talking about gets reduced right away. So,
I could see that. Yeah, these are great practical ideas. I especially love using the decedent's name, using the spouse's name, right? That very personal and very sensitive, and acknowledging, right? This was someone very important to you, and not just saying your husband, your wife, your partner, whatever. Say their name. So I really
absolutely
appreciate it. I could see how they really appreciate that.